Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Soul. And today I'm going to be doing my review commentary for the Weeknd's House of Balloons. Say that 10 times fast, motherfuckers. And this review is quite special because it was my most popular video on the Soul Show channel for a very long time. It remains to be one of the most popular reviews. This was pretty much due to the fact that it's a popular album and no one else reviewed it when it came out, and so I just soaked up what little search analytics there was. Before I hit play, I do want to remind people that this was filmed. I did not think this would get any views, and when I filmed it, it was all, I talked about the reviews I filmed in one day before, and they were all, I just threw a green screen on a fucking curtain, and I really wish any other video blew up. But anyway, the Weeknd's House of Balloons. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. And one good thing about these sunglasses is that they hide the fact how tired I am. So we got the old intro, which I would rather people not see that. On top of that, we're doing the weird editing style where whatever's behind me could be goddamn anything, which I would only do for like comedic videos, or like videos I don't take too seriously. That doesn't look super bad though. The green screen doesn't look as bad as it does in some other videos. And for whatever reason, like nowadays, like if I was looking for a review of HOB, I would want them not to just recount the Weeknd's like fucking discography. Like, who has time for that? I should have done that in like the Beauty Behind the Madness reviews and whatnot. But for me, it was like kind of like an introduction kind of project, so. And I really wanted to talk about like Beauty Behind the Madness because I think I was really into that album, and that's what inspired me to go through his catalog. And by the time I got to Beauty Behind the Madness, it was like a 9 out of 10 for me. And I love Starboy even more. I know there isn't a review out for that on my channel, but I did have a project done for that. It was a group project. I think I've told that story before, but I'll probably just do a revamped version anyway, since my opinion has changed a little bit since then. My score is different, etc. See, this part was too awkward. I wish it wasn't in there. And yeah, again, this has nothing to do with House of Balloons. We just talk about a fucking Ty Dolla $ign on a House of Balloons review. What are you doing, Soul? It doesn't make sense what you're doing right now. But, this is probably the shortest my hair will, like, ever be in this video. At least my facial hair, like, that's like when I grew a beard before then, but I think around this time is when it became like actual facial hair that I could wear and be proud of. Some people, I know people in their 20s who aren't able to do that, so the fact that I was able to do that at like 17, 18, I feel proud of myself. That's when it was like no longer so patchy that I felt ashamed of myself. And I'm harping that song, but I actually really fucking love that song now. Wicked Games is great. I even found a guy who I used to work with. We would play it at work all the time. Like we knew all the lyrics and everything. Like we had 100 songs that we knew all the lyrics to, and we'd sing all day. But, you know, that was on the list, and it was a song that I, before, kind of would give like a 7 out of 10, but now I'd give that song like an 8.5 or something, you know? Don't like that joke. I don't like this transitioning background behind me. I don't like how close I just came to the camera. The green screen, although bad, isn't as bad as I remember it. Like, I remember it being, like, unwatchable before, but now that I'm looking at it, like, that's not so bad. Like, if I was just combing through YouTube videos, I might not notice that. People don't even pay attention to the video anyway. It's just your voice and your aura and your stream of consciousness that matters. And your editing is obviously like a plus, but you. That's the thing on YouTube. You matter the most. And what you're doing. And if you're making videos that actually appeal to people at the end of the day. And if you are able to retain that and have people get this constant dopamine effect of like once a day checking their inbox and yeah, well, I forgot what I was gonna say, but you get the idea. Yeah, we're going through my entire Weeknd discography here, so it would be a good time to say that I haven't, like, he's got a new EP out that I already reviewed on the main channel. He's one of my favorite artists, just kind of because this was a very important time in my music listening development. Like, this is kind of like when it got, like, serious, and I started, like, I don't know. And I think it's also around the time that I really discovered that I really like R&B. Nowadays there's a lot of auto-tune rap, R&B, singy-song Post Malones and Jeremiah's and all these guys who do the singing and rapping style. Here's a balloon that you know, what? Here's another prop. This is what I'm talking about. You grab the props. But, here's the score that I thought I would get a lot more hate for, but I ended up not getting that much. 2 out of 5. You know, that's not a negative score, by the way. That translates to a 5 out of, or yeah, 5 out of 10. I would definitely give it like a 6 or a 7 if I reviewed it now. And there's my motherfucker who has changed the name of his channel since then, which is another flaw of this outro thing. But yeah, my boy Keith, this little plug I gave him ended up leading to me being on his podcast, and then we became good old buddies. Yeah. And he introduced me to 21 Pilots, he introduced me to John Bellion, and I love this song. Well, anyway, guys, that was my review for House of Balloons. I thought it was a pretty good one. No, I thought that review was okay at best, but considering it got the views, I was in the right place at the right time. I just could have done better. At the end of the day, it's a success. I look at that video and think it's a success, even if creatively, or not creatively, but aesthetically, it did not live up to my expectations. But I think my expectations have grown a lot since then. And not only that, I just didn't know what I was doing a lot back then. I still don't. I still don't know shit of what I'm doing, but at least I'm not doing that. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you for episode 30, and until then, with that, I leave you.